of series that I have going on. Again, I'm showing another base on Valguero. I've actually moved my base a couple times in this map. I just can't seem to find a spot I'm 100% happy with. But this has been the closest I've come. I mean, it's got good scenery. I got a lake right next door. And I got some pets in the lake and a few animals. So with that being said, I'll kind of give you a tour of what I got, what I've done, where I am, and then you guys can maybe use these ideas for yourself. So first things first, when you're in an area like this, you need base defense. I was going to do this video last night and I chose not to. I chose to do it today instead. And when I woke up, I saw that guy laying right there, or going after something in the water, so I knocked it out. Now I'm taming that. Key is, for me, I like to find flat spots, but I also like to challenge myself when I build. This happens to be on a cliff. You can see here, there's part of the bases up there, and there's another part of it down here. But I got plant species X for defenses, and I'm actually going to wrap this around most of the base. I just did, for now, I've done it kind of around the front. This is the front's the main threat over here. You get a lot of Rexes, Allosaurus, Carnos. Looks like there's something over there. I hear something. What is that? Oh, it's a Gallimimus. Okay. Anyway, carry on with the video. I brought a basilisk over from Scorched Earth. These guys are super cool. He's gonna basically be my underground storage vault. This is a PvE server. I mean, so I really don't have a whole lot to worry about as far as other players. Oh, you can see the Plant X species in my tech turret just lit up that Gallimimus. So, I mean, all you're protecting yourself from on this map is the animals. And this particular spot just happens to be highly populated with the bigger dinos, the Branos, the Rexes. A Giga spawn is actually not far away from here, so we'll continue with the tour. Up here is kind of the bird level, is where we got all of our RGs. I brought a couple snow owls from Extinction over, and we're going to start breeding those so we have more snow owls. And my daughter has her frog down here. Oh, and just so you guys know, I do play with my kids. So some of the stuff I will be showing you, they actually did. This is actually my kids' gamer tag. Kid Gamers. So that's that part. Then come up here. I haven't quite figured out what to do with this spot up here yet. Right now it's just kind of a empty whatever. I got my industrial cooker up here, a couple of grills, some gotchas. I got the gotchas actually creating, this one's creating organic polymer for me. Down here is my greenhouse. I'm actually very happy with how this turned out. Very, very simple. Just wanted to make sure that I had narcoberries and all the crops, and then I got some tintoberries and stimberries. So really basic. And I'm actually going to change that too. As you can see, still more dinos. I actually got this color. I love this color. I got it from breeding a couple other ones. I'll show you those here in a bit. You move inside. This is kind of, I really like this base. It is going to get a little bit bigger yet. I need to do a breeding area and a raising area and all that stuff, so there's going to be more to it than what's currently here, but I'm still going to show you guys because I haven't done one of these in a little while on what I got here. As you can see, I am actually standing on a tech teleporter. I have a tech teleporter, or a buddy of mine that plays with me on this game has one at his base, so we use this to go back and forth between the two, and we're actually going to put one down by the Ab Zone cave to make it easier to get there and come back and all that jazz. So we're gonna do that. Over here in the corners where we got the cryo fridges with the tech generator. Now the tech generator, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, but just in case you don't, it powers everything. It doesn't have to be tech to power it. As you can see, I have no regular generators anywhere. It's literally powering everything in the base. So, in the boss fights on this map, at least from what we're getting, I don't know if it's different because of our server settings, we're getting 520 element per boss fight. So, you know, I got this thing on high, and our consumption's knocked down too, so I still have 280 element in there. Over here you can see the tech dedicated storage. I absolutely love these. I'm a huge fan of them. Even resources that I don't get a lot of, I put them in their own thing, because you know what? It's a quick way to empty out your inventory, and you can see visually what everything is. So that's all those. I pretty much damn near have one for each resource. The stuff that I don't have in that is actually over here in a random vault for kind of all the other stuff. I got the tech replicator over here. As you can see, I've kind of started turning my base into tech. It's going to be a while. It's a lot of resources, a lot of element, because I believe it's each foundation is one element, and as you can see, this is a rather large base, so it's gonna take a minute. So, in here is my blueprint area. Now this may seem ridiculous to a lot of people, however, there are a lot of times where at night I will actually go out and do what I call drop shop, and just go through and grab every single drop, no matter what color it is, and once it's daylight out, I stop, I come back to base, I sort out everything, and I put all my blueprints away. Now each blue or bookshelf has its own specific use. Like this one is other armor. You got ghillie, flak, cloth, and chitin. And in this one, I believe is riot gear and snow gear and hazard gear and high gear. Then we got the building ones over here. We got adobe, metal, stone, and wood. And then random, this has like your crop plots, your ladders, your forages, you know, things that are just more like they're items that you need, but they're already built items. Over here you got the different saddles. Now I get a ton of saddles. We have also turned up the quality of loot drops, supply drops on our server, so we have a lot of ascendant stuff. But you know, we got a lot of blueprints, flyers, land animals, and water animals. So then over here you got attachments for weapons and or weapons and ammo. Pew pew, obviously weapons that fire. No pew pew, these are more of your melee type weapon, lances, swords, pikes. Oh, slingshots in here, that should be in the other one, but and then your attachments and explosives. So that's that spot right here. And I will move on once I put that away. So, I kind of tried to just make one big open space. My buddy, he's a lot more creative than I am, and has built a pretty sweet base over on the other side of the map. I do not have his permission to show you guys that. If at any point he does give me his permission, I will show you that. But until then, you only get to see mine. His is awesome. So over here is my vaults. I got trophies. Now trophies, these are trophies and skins. I know I mentioned this in a previous video. I wish you could stack skins. They haven't done that yet. As you can see, I have a lot of the same stuff, and it would be really nice if they would take up one spot versus 10, 15 spots. So, but in here is my trophies and my skins that you can use, and even trophies you don't think you need, I still hang on to, because you never know. The alpha boss fight doesn't require some of the harder trophies to find, which is kind of nice. So I just hang on to the other ones just to be safe. Here you got your weapons. This is every weapon you could possibly think of, even the ones you use for crafting. Here you got your armor. This is all your armors, obviously your built items, and these are extra chibis that I got during the Winter Wonderland event. these are all the ones that my kids use or whatnot, and your randomly built items that I have or that I've collected or made. See, I got a ton of oil pumps, torches that my son's made. I got a bunch of windmills, cages. So then you got your saddles. I have a ton of saddles. I mean, like I said, a lot of Ascendant stuff because our server settings are to that of what you would, you get better stuff. Oh, why is that in there? And then you got your random. I told you that's kind of the some of the stuff you generally don't get very often. You got your gas balls, your green gems, your salt, silk, you know, sulfur. And there is spike walls in here I just saw, so let's take those out. And these gotcha crystals don't belong in here either, so I'll take those out. And I got two little small storage boxes for paint supplies. That's the paint guns, the brushes, the dyes. My kids love to paint stuff, so we just kind of I let them make what they want, and they paint what they want. And I got a Brano, so with our settings, it's not hard to collect berries if they use all the berries up. So just kind of let them do their thing. Now this is they say, well, how can you tell what's what? These crystals in here are all organic polymer. It's good to store them and then only use them as you need them. Now I get about 20 per crystal, so you figure I got, you know, 1,600 organic polymer in there, which comes really handy when you're trying to build your base out of tech, because tech requires polymer. And for those that don't know, organic polymer does substitute for regular polymer in, I think, almost everything. I don't know. There might be some things it doesn't work on, but so here you got the fridges, and I got a couple Prezi bins, as you can tell. Now I know when you fill these up, more meat's going to spoil than turn into jerky, but I don't really care. I have an abundance of resources. I don't need to watch the consumption. So I got two of those, and I try to have a fridge for pretty much everything. So for the most part, I do. You know, I got your eggs and kibble, fertilized eggs, which I have a ton of. And a lot of these are just lower level. Like I got a lot of wyvern eggs. Like that 90, if I ever decide to, might be used to tame a titanoboa. Mushrooms, that's all the different mushrooms in there. You know, rare flowers, jerky, prime jerky, fish meat, spoiled meat, lamb chop. Now I have a separate fridge for fish meat because I do have an otter, and otters will only eat fish. And I know a lot of people probably know that, but I say that still for those that don't. Trough berries, and what I call trough berries is the yellow and blue berries, the amma berries, and the azel berries. So I give those two of their own fridges, and then I got tinto berries, male berries, and narco berries, and then regular meat. And the reason I give tinto berries their own, and male berries their own, and narco berries their own, is they all have a use. You know, the male berries is used in a lot of kibbles, and it's great for recipes. And tinto berries are used for medical brew. And then the narco berries are obviously used for narcotics. So that's why those three have their own specific fridge. You know, and then over on this side I have citronelle, rock carrot, all the different crops, and then stem berries, and then this is everything else. This is, you know, the different soups that I have, biotoxin to make shock darts, which I should probably do today at some point, canteens and water jars. And this is actually a recipe I made, which is, the stats on it are ridiculous. When I did this, I actually didn't do, there was a hack that I learned from Teacher's Game 2. Guy makes great videos, great tutorials on how to do certain things. So when I made these recipes, I actually didn't do what he said, which is to use focal chili while you're crafting it to make the recipes better. But even without doing that, because of our settings, you know, I think we have the recipe effectiveness at like 2. And look at, I get 2,683 food, 971 stam, and 2600 health. So these are, as you can see, I could eat one and it'll pretty much heal me completely. Because my stats are, you know, those are my stats. So, that being said, I should probably, that looks like that's still knocked out. I'm just going to double check it here, make sure nothing's attacking it. Everything looks good. Okay. So now we move on to over here. I got a few Allosaurs here. These are actually ones that just finished raising. I actually breed Allosaurs for the boss fights because they have, like the Deinonychus, they have the gashing effect. Once you attack something with it, it sits there and bleeds and gashes, so it keeps doing damage. I actually, at this point, I have about 10 of these now. I actually just gave a bunch of fertilized eggs to my buddy. We got our Parasaurs. These two guys we actually just got in the Christmas event, so kind of cool coloring. Yeah, that's kind of the bottom floor, and here's all of our trophies that I've gotten, the different trophies. Take you guys upstairs. Oh, and we have the all-important dung beetle and Phomia, just because the Phomia produces the poop that goes in the dung beetle for fertilizer. So I'll get the elevator down, and I will take you guys upstairs. And I have more gotchas in here and the way I name my gotchas, actually got the idea from my buddy that plays with me on this. I named them based on the rare resource that they produce. So one's got the silica pearls. I try to get at least one that does every single rare one. I don't have anything out right now, but you know, so that's that. So up here we got more animals, some Deinonychus, Parasaur. A lot of you'll notice a lot of the more quote unquote docile animals are ones my daughter has done. She did the Parasaur and all these trikes, and then her and my son both have one of these. This is my son's Enforcer, and my daughter's is outside. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I had to mute my mic to sneeze. Little under the weather, not too bad. Here you got your roll rat. I know I've said on previous videos, roll rats are awesome animals to have. I don't remember what the ratio is, but they decrease the weight of wood immensely. We got some horses and ravagers, and these horses are kind of, my son tamed these. He just kind of did his thing. I got a mantis, I'm sorry. I love these animals. They are like the master of almost everything. I was watching a video the other day about top 10 animals from Scorched Earth, and the mantis only made number 4, which kind of surprised me. I would have put them higher than that because they literally can do everything. You know, when I raise these guys, I put them. I jack their weight way up. I mean, like I said, our server settings are different, so it's going to be a little different for me. But I jack their weight up so high, and their melee, because the higher the melee, the better they're going to harvest your resources. And I got all the tools in them, so yeah, this guy's my mining machine. He can pretty much harvest anything and everything. Over here, we got the Allosaurs. I leave these guys on breed constantly. Don't actually have any fertilized eggs at the moment. Doesn't look like they're even breeding right now, so that's okay. And then up here, before I take you over there, up here is where we got a lot of the bigger animals. Holy Rex eggs. Let me grab these here quick. Now, they'd had this feature where you can pick up all the eggs at once, and it doesn't work as good as I would like it to. I still do lose eggs from time to time. As you can tell, I can't pick that egg up. See if I can. You gotta get it just the right angle. There we go, got it. As you can see, we got a couple rock drakes up here. Me and my buddy recently just went back to Aberration to get these. I absolutely love the rock drakes. They're probably my favorite animal on Ark, quite honestly. Got my Giga Christmas color Giga too. When I tamed this, I want to say, I'm stuck on the Rock Drake's tail. I want to say it was a 145, I think. And it ended up being a perfect tame. I think it got hit once by an Argentavis, but with these guys, it doesn't really do much when they get hit, because their stats are just so ridiculous in the wild that yeah. So and I do know a lot of people think they're a waste of resources to tame, but I don't know, man. I've never seen anything that can kill another Giga so fast as a Giga. So that's that. I will take you here now. I will say these are my kids' rooms. Everything that is in these rooms they have done. All I did was I built the shell for them, and then they built the rooms. This is my son's. You know, he's got just the basics, and I just went over the edge. Oh, come back. He just kind of did his thing. He's got a lot of his animals up here, and they've actually kind of get these eggs here. They've done well, and he's got a vault and a bed and a couple smithies and a table, and got his light pets up here. And my daughter, she went kind of crazy. I don't know. She utilized the space. That's for sure. As you can see, she's got a bunch of storage cabinets, a couple preservation bins, her vault, and then she's got a second floor and everything. I don't know. She did good. I was quite impressed for an 8-year-old. You know, she got her little deck. Oh, dang it. Whee! Jump up. You know, she's got a little second floor here. She got another bed up here, and she got a little back room. And she kind of did a little bit of everything. So she got a third level. So yeah, she oh gosh dang it. Sorry about that. So that's my kids' rooms. I literally, they do what they want in there. I don't stop them from doing anything. Like I said, I do play with my kids, and this is for them to have fun also, so I don't really limit them too much. Got a Lystro in a cage up here. Not sure what that is, but now this is my area. I got some artifacts for decoration up here, and if wanted, I can do a video on how to get all of these. They are not difficult. Ooh, what is that? There you see. This is a really good spawn for X. It's actually a really cool color. It's got a purple stripe down it, but it's kind of a bum level. So we'll leave that guy alone. If anything, my Plant X will take care of it, and then I'll go harvest it. But yeah, you know, I got some light pets up here, and I remember in a previous video I had mentioned a glowtail. I wanted to find one, and I did find one. And it's not even an underwater cave. It's they're in the ab zone in the cave where you go to get the artifact of the gatekeeper. I remember I had my, oh shoot, it's going towards my Rex I'm trying to tame, so I'm gonna go kill this real quick. Sorry folks. Gotta keep my tame alive. There, it rendered in. Oh, didn't reach that far. There we go. Anyway, but yeah, this is the size. It's actually kind of a good shot of what I got going on here. It's a good size, and it's gonna get bigger. And I think I'm actually gonna build down here, down or out a little bit, or maybe over here on the side. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. At this point, it's more just because I love the challenge of building on uneven surfaces, and just trying to make it work. So anyway, but yeah, so Artifact of the Gatekeeper is where you can find this guy. He's in that cave. And light pets give you the melee buff when you have their light on, and the glowtail in general is just I think it's a really cool animal. And here you got your otter. Otter to me is probably one of the most useful animals we have on Ark, because it can carry more than one artifact at a time. So that's why I always have one of those guys. And like I said before, I have a fish meat vault just for this guy to keep him happy and to keep him fed. And I got some vases up here for preserving salt, because you never know when you're going to need that. I usually try to take a stack on me and a stack on my animal, so when transferring over meat, it doesn't spoil. And then I got my tech sleeping pod. So yeah, that's kind of the general gist of it. And then I'll show you my Wyvern parking garage that I got here. I actually think I was really happy how this turned out. It took a lot of resources, but I took my time. I feel like I did it right. I made it out of metal and put a tech gate on one side of it, and I was really happy with how this turned out. So, and one thing I didn't know, but so here you see I hit on the left side of the gate. Now if I hit on the right side, it'll actually open out. I did not know that up until about a week ago. So in here is the Wyvern parking garage. I'm still at some point gonna make an elevator to go up to the different floors, but here we got a fire wyvern. Up here is an ice wyvern that my kids wanted to raise, and up here is this was a 180 ice wyvern that I found during the Christmas event. This guy is so cool. I haven't even figured out what to name it yet. Anybody has good suggestions, just let me know. But it's really super cool looking. I saw one of these flying around in the cave, and its level was 180, and I just searched for the egg until I found it, and eventually, as you can see, I found it. Down there's our Brano. But yeah, this is really cool. You know, you can kind of see from the outside what's in there, and yeah, that turned out really well. But so that is pretty much it for now. As I said before, I'm going to turn this base completely into tech. That is my goal. So maybe once I get that done, I can do that video. I'm actually gonna pick this up because I got the plant species down now, so I don't need this guy here, and it'll help me conserve on element. So that is the deal. Oh hey, you know what I'll do for the couple of people that are watching? I'm gonna go check my fish baskets I put here to see if they actually work and I caught any fish. So let's go check them out. Okay, I got one down here. It doesn't really look like there's anything in it. Nope, and there's another one right over here somewhere. I gotta remember where I put it. Here it is. I don't think I got anything. I actually, and too, if anyone has any ideas on how those work, let me know, because I have actually been trying to get some fish, and I have yet to succeed. And when I tried to capture a leech, was it a leech or was it a lamprey yesterday? I had no luck. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh, as you can tell too, we have a tech transmitter. I think those are an absolute necessity on this game to have at every base. If you don't, I mean, you try to struggle with getting to the obelisk, and then while you're at the obelisk, you're getting attacked by stuff, and it's just easier to have one of these at your, make that one of the first things you build if you can. Build one of those, and you can just have an obelisk at your base. But anyway, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, this is Running Gunner out.